women's mental health. Who's here to see Secretary of State Jennifer Brunner?
This is a very neat organization. When Mary talked to me about coming to speak with you, I thought just the name alone I had to be here. Proof that an organization like this, whose purpose is networking, really does work. I am the first woman to be elected to this office in the history of the state of Ohio. I am the Chief Election Officer for the state of Ohio, so my job is to supervise the 88 county boards of elections. I actually read the law and I know the law because of all the years I practiced election laws. I can remove a board member, I can not reappoint a board member, I can issue directives that will cause the boards of elections to have to be consistent with how they treat voters around the state of Ohio. And a lot of people kind of scratch their heads when I started doing some of these things, like asking the entire Cuyahoga County Board of Elections to resign. Can she do that? And of course I could do that, because first of all, I'm a lawyer first, a former judge. I read the law, I follow the law, and I'm going to do what it takes to get the job done. And you know, that's one thing about the difference that women make, and women are very task-oriented. They look at the problem, they figure out what is it that I need to do to get it done, but women are also collaborative. They're very good at thinking cause and effect. I mean, I can think about the years when I had my 3 kids, my 3 foster kids, my husband and I had a law practice, and I had to order pizza or get a babysitter from the cell phone, taking someone to soccer practice. And, you know, women do know how to get things done, and they figure out what it takes to do it. They understand that if I do this, this and this and this is going to happen, because they're very good planners. And so they start thinking in terms of, if we're going to make a change, what do I have to do to make sure that I'm going to be able to make this happen smoothly? So they start looking at who the stakeholders are, they start bringing them in ahead of time, and they collaborate, and they're able to allow people to participate in that change so that everyone feels much more satisfied about what they did to better their community in the case of public service. When we started a drug court in the Common Pleas Court in Franklin County, it was actually a steering committee of 6 people, including a municipal court judge and myself, some people from Twin Valley, which is the state mental hospital, and from the Adam Board. We grew that committee to 60 people who were interested in this, the stakeholders. We all worked on our lunch hours, and in 2 years we had a drug court and a mental health court in the Common Pleas and the municipal courts. And that's what collaboration does, and those programs are still operating and making differences in people's lives. And not just in the people who go through the programs, but also people in the community who were victims, even indirectly, of some of the crimes that were committed that aren't committed anymore because people are getting well. It would be actually, for me, the dream of a lifetime to be able to administer the 2008 presidential election here in Ohio, which once again appears for the rest of the country to be the center of the storm and the center of the universe. What do I care about? I care about an election in Ohio that is free, fair, open, and honest. I may have my personal preferences of who I want to see win, but what I want to see more than anything else is I want to see our election to be run so well, so efficiently, and so effectively that no one will question our results, and that our voters and the rest of the country and even the world will have confidence in what we do. And that's more important to me than anything else. And I bring to that my judicial background, my temperament, my thinking, my objectivity, and that's the kind of election that we will run. First of all, I hope you're all registered to vote. If you're not, you can actually go to my website, download a registration, put in Jennifer Brunner on Google, and there's 2 N's in both names. It'll lead you to my website. You can download a registration application, fill it out. It's due back no later than October 6th. If you're registered to vote, you also have the opportunity to vote early, either by mail or in person. If you vote by mail, you send in an absentee ballot application, which again you can download from our website, and they'll mail you an absentee ballot. Or you can actually go to the Veterans Memorial starting 35 days before the election, which will be starting 30th of September, and actually fill out an application in person, vote on an electronic machine that they have there, or you can request a paper ballot if you're more comfortable, and your vote will then be counted election night before any other votes are counted. A lot of people think if they vote absentee, it's only going to count if the race is close. That's absolutely a falsehood. If they vote absentee, that's actually the first vote that's counted election night before the other results come in from the precincts and from the counties. If you go and you decide you want to vote at your polling place on election day, if you're more comfortable with a paper ballot rather than an electronic machine, you can ask for a paper ballot and you're entitled to have one voted. It'll be counted election night. Those paper ballots are also going to be used if we have any machine failures or if the lines get to be too long and you can't wait in line a long enough time and you just prefer to do that. Looking at where we're headed this year in November, which November 4th is election day, you have a lot of choices, and that's important to me because what I want is for any person who is eligible to vote to be able to do so easily in a system that they trust and that we know is safe, reliable, and trustworthy. I appreciate the opportunity.
I see Jennifer wearing her James Bond shirt around town.
Three dogs. I walk them 2 miles in the morning. It will be on there.
This has been a great experience. It's a beautiful facility. Very nice networking.
Never been to Belma before, so that part was really fun. And it's a very good turnout. Met a lot of interesting women with interesting businesses.
Awesome.
When dames bond, dames thrive.